Hello, this is PCMD Doctors. This is going to be my first video on my YouTube page. I am going to be taking apart my old computer and putting some of the older parts inside a newer computer. I'm going to tell you what my old PC has in it, and I'm going to tell you what my new PC has in it. It's not a significant upgrade in some aspects, but it's enough where it'll allow me to continue gaming and chatting with my friends online and just doing the everyday stuff like watching videos, maybe do a little bit of editing and stuff like that. And I'm hopefully going to be uploading a lot more videos in the future. So bear with me. This is going to be a lengthy video, and I hope you enjoy it. If you like it, drop a comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and let's get with the deconstruction and then the actual build. All right, see you in a few. Part 2. First part was my introduction. Part 2, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my old computer. For the last 10 years, all my PCs have been custom built by me, with the exception of my very first computer, which I know I'm a dumbass. I bought myself one of those $300 AOL computers, and I had so many problems with it. I was replacing processors and fans and upgrades of RAM and everything, and it wasn't a good fit for me. So I already knew a lot about computers, well enough to build one on my own, and I took some classes. So let me tell you a little bit about my old computer, and then we'll deconstruct that one to a point, get the parts out of it that I want to keep and reuse in my new build, and let's get started with that. Okay, this is a custom PC that I built about 3 years ago. In it, it has it's an AMD run machine. It's an AMD Athlon X2 450. It's a 3-core processor with the option to unlock the 4th core, although my motherboard didn't support it, so I never unlocked the 4th core. I have 8 gigabytes of RAM. I have a BIOSTAR motherboard. I don't remember the model offhand. I've got an Asus Radeon HD 6670 with 1 gig of video RAM, and I've got a 600 watt power supply. I've got 2 Blu-ray drives. One's a ROM slash DVD burner. The other one burns both Blu-ray and DVD. I've got a few hard drives in here. Looks like 2 right now, and then I have a USB 1 terabyte back upstairs in my room. But I'm gonna show you some screenshots of well, I'm gonna show you this old rig. And it was just giving me so many problems over the past couple of months. I've been about 2 months without a computer now, and it is rough, let me tell you. It was giving me all kinds of issues with blue screens and powering down, and I thought I had all that cleared up when all the USB ports started going bad. As soon as I would boot up into Windows, the USB wouldn't work on any ports, and I use wireless USB for my mouse and keyboard, so I couldn't do anything. Other than that, it technically works, but you know, I wanted to get rid of it, and I wanted to get a new fresh start. And all right, I'm gonna show you some video about what it looks like and everything. So I'm gonna move the camera down and show you guys. Okay. Alright, as you can see here, this is my Cooler Master T12 Evo. I don't know, it's a Hyper Evo, and it's collected some dust in the last couple of months because I haven't used it, but I'm going to clean all that out with an air can. Let me move this up a little bit so I can get some better angles. Okay, here's my video card, my 600 watt Thermaltake power supply. Here are my 2 Blu-ray drives, and here are my 2 hard drives. They're both SATA. And I know the cable management's a mess, but with my new build, it will not look this bad, I promise. I'm going to pay extra detail to that. So I'm going to start disassembling this old one and get the parts that I'm reusing cleaned off and ready to use. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and when I get back, we'll start part 3. Say that I'm going to start out, I'm going to be reusing the RAM, the power supply. I'm only going to use one disk drive, which is the Blu-ray burner, and my hard drives. Everything else is getting scrapped. The case is getting scrapped. The motherboard's getting scrapped. The CPU's getting scrapped. But the extra Blu-ray drive, the one that only reads Blu-ray but it'll burn DVDs, I'm giving that to my brother. He can use it. So that's what I'm going to be keeping, and that's what I'm going to be getting rid of. And I'm going to deconstruct this thing now, and when that's done, I'll record the rest. I have my old computer disassembled. The case is in the cardboard box. What I took out of it was my Asus graphics card, 1 GB, 6670 HD. I took out both sticks of my RAM. They're 4 gigs each for a total of 8 gigs. And I got my 2 hard drives here. One's a 250 gig, but it's PATA, or in the old days it was IDE. And then the new one is a 640 gig SATA drive. Not quite sure if my new motherboard has PATA on it. Hopefully it does, and I can reuse it. If not, I'll have to transfer it with the external caddy. Oh, and my Thermaltake 600 watt power supply, which is not modular in any way. Sucks to be me. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and explain the newer parts. Even though it's not in the right case, I got it off eBay. Doesn't really mean a whole lot. It is a AMD Phenom II X6 1055T. I believe it has 2.8 gigahertz for a total of 6 physical CPU cores. Forget what the cache is offhand. I'll look into it, and I'll probably post it in the information section. Some of the other new parts is I have a 480 gig solid state hard drive by Mushkin. I've heard a lot of good reviews about these. That's why I decided to go with it over like an ADATA. I'm not going to pick for a hard drive. You know, they had Samsung, they had Crucial, OCZ, which are all great companies, but they were just a little bit out of my price range. And then here's the coup de grace. One thing that I personally wanted really, really badly, and I wound up getting it. It is the AMD 970 Gaming Edition motherboard. When I take it out of the box, I'm going to show you in detail what it looks like. It is beautiful, and no one could wish for a better motherboard when they're budget gaming. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull the motherboard out of the box, get that set up first, and show it off to you guys before I go ahead and put parts on it. I'm going to take it out of the anti-static bag and set the bag aside. And when building a PC, you should never put your motherboard on the anti-static bag. Even though it's an anti-static bag, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but they say it conducts electricity, so I don't know why they're putting it in an anti-static bag to begin with. So I'm going to pull this out of the anti-static bag and set it aside. And I'll give you guys a close-up of what it looks like. That is a thing of beauty right there. If it's mirrored, I will flip the image before I upload it, and it's just you couldn't wish for anything better. This motherboard will hold a FM2, FM3, and FM3 Plus AMD processors. It can have a maximum of 32 gigs of RAM. It's got options for two video cards, either SLI or Crossfire. It's got some really nice heat sinks here, here, and here. Everything's designed black and red. It's really nice. And on this side here, you've got this dragon for MSI Gaming. And then here, you have this logo, which is a little bit bigger, and it's got the dragon. It also, the motherboard also comes with a magnet for your case that you can stick on there to represent it. Let's take a look at the I/O over here. You've got gaming ports right here. Some people still use PS2 mouse and keyboard. I'm not one of them. I use a wireless keyboard and mouse, so I'll be plugging into these red USB ports right here. They are 2.0, not 3.0, for better connectivity. You've got your digital optical audio. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 USB 2 ports that are standard. The red ones are for gaming devices. And then you've got two USB 3.0 ports. And then you have what really surprised me in a budget gaming motherboard is it comes with a 2200 killer network jack. Really surprising. And then you've got two more USB 2 ports. And then here they kind of redesigned the audio outputs on what I'm used to. I'll have to read the manual and see what goes where, but I'm pretty sure that this red one here is your main audio. And then if you look here, all solid gold capacitors. For 99 bucks, you can't go wrong when it comes to budget gaming. It's just a must-have. So I'm gonna set this down and start building it up. Before I go ahead and put it in the PC case, I'll be putting on the processor here. I'll be putting the RAM on, and then I can go ahead and line up the standoffs on the motherboard, so I can lay it into the case, and then I'll put the I/O shield in, and then I'll slide the motherboard into the case, and I can do the rest. Okay, I have the PC pretty much built. I've got my CPU in, I've got my graphics card, I've got my RAM. I try to do a little bit of cable management. When I get some cable ties, I'll do a little bit better job, but I've got my Blu-ray burner hooked up. I've got my SATA hard drive hooked up and my new SSD. I've got my power supply in there. Hopefully I got all the leads right for the case power and LEDs and all that crap. I still have to plug in the side fan for the side of the case. But I would say it's pretty much completed. All I gotta do is power it on, see if it works, and if it does, I can start installing Windows. That should only take about 15-20 minutes tops on this SSD versus like almost an hour on a DVD. I already went ahead and pre-purchased a USB stick to install Windows. I have an ISO on there already that's bootable off of it, so I'm good with that. So yeah, next segment will be booting it up and see if it works. But right now I'm going to show you what it looks like on the inside, just a little bit, and take some video of that and let you guys see what it is. All right. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this with my phone here. Alright, there's the case in a nutshell. Got my power supply, got the video card, you've got the CPU and heatsink, got my RAM, the optical drive, my old SATA drive, and my new SSD. There's the MSI motherboard with the gaming series logo. Let's take a look at the front of the case. Okay, if this is a little blurry, I'm sorry. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, that looks pretty decent. There we go. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. You got your power, your reset. You've got USB 2 here. You've got your headphone and microphone jacks. You've got your LED lights here. Here's my optical drive. There's a fan here on the inside, and it's got some ventilation here and here, which is good. And then up here on the top is the USB 3 port, and you've got the HD audio sticker right there. Let's take a look at the back. Okay. On the back of the case, you got this nice big fan here. Here's the rear I/O shield. You got your gaming ports, your digital audio, your USB 2s, USB 3s, your killer Ethernet, and then your audio. Alright, this is my graphics card, and down here is the power supply. Alright, so once all this is finished, I get the side on, hook up the other fan, it'll be ready for a test run. Okay, it has been a few days since I put together my new PC. I wanted to allow that amount of time to move all my old programs over from my old hard drive that I was reusing. I wanted to get all the updates installed, make sure everything was working properly, and now that I've done all that, I can now show you the finished PC, and when I'm done with that, it'll be uploaded to YouTube, so all of you can enjoy. And I know it's going to be a boring video, but it's my first video, so please like, comment, and subscribe. If you like what you see. If you don't like what you see, at least comment on it. I mean, that's all I ask. So I'm going to show you my new PC, and hopefully it'll be to your liking. I'm going to switch the camera around so you can see the PC. Alright, it is on, so here we go. Yeah, it didn't go too well. Alright, I'm gonna shut the recording off, and then I'm gonna show you the PC where I'm holding the phone. You can get a better angle of it and everything, so let me do that. Okay, this right here is my new PC. You can see the orange light that is on, and if I show you the front of the case, I did put on the MSI logo sticker that came with it. It's pretty nice. I added my DVD Blu-ray burner. It's got a very nice white slick case. Very white, but I was going for something a little different as opposed to black. Let me show you the other side. Come around here. There's the motherboard case. Alright, as you can see here, I have the LED lighting working. It's an orange LED. I'm not sure how clear that's going to
show up on the video when it gets uploaded, but that's what the side view looks like. Yeah, I know my wires are a mess back there, but it's not interfering with the PC, so that's pretty much all that really matters. But let me, I guess I can take this plastic off the PC for now, and you can kind of get a little bit better idea on what it looks like in there from here. I could have done a lot better with the cable management, but I don't have a modular power supply, so it's kind of hard to do routing all those wires where they need to go, especially if they're not long enough. So I'll give it a quick tilt here, and you can get a better look at it. You got the hard drive bays here, and then you got my motherboard over there. I'm not going to open it up. A little bit too much work right now, but if you guys want to see this PC opened up, just let me know. I'll post another video with the inside on how it looks and everything. But everything seems to be working 100% from what it was about 4 months ago with my old PC that completely just gave up and died out on me. So I'm very happy. It's been excellent having a computer back. I've been just catching up on so much stuff that I've missed, and it's really a wonderful feeling that I've gotten after doing this. I can't tell you how happy I am. But please rate, comment, subscribe. If you like these videos, if not, at least leave a comment, and I will be making more videos in the future, probably on gaming, TV shows, upcoming movies, stuff like that, and a lot of them will be hosted with my friend Darkstar Gaming, and we both have a lot of fun doing that, so catch us on the flip side.